bring in Ulrich Brueckner in Berlin. He is a professor of European Studies at Stanford University. He is in the German capital. Ulrich, thank you very much, as always, for coming on the News Hour. Is that the key part for all these leaders, how they navigate their tricky diplomatic relations with Donald Trump, because he is notoriously unpredictable?
Well, when you look at the agenda, it has a clear message, and the message is try to avoid everything that could cause a major blow. So you better keep it simple and entertain the American president. And if this is happening, then you can present in the very end a short message that NATO is united and everyone stands in unity. But if you listen to the General Secretary, I don't remember, or maybe it has never happened, that a General Secretary made such an important statement that the United States is committed to collective security, which basically means that there are doubts about collective security. And if a collective security system means anything, then its deterrence only works if everyone stands united. And that is difficult to read from the different statements.
So how damaging is it that on his way to this summit, President Trump, in one of his tweets, suggested that there were a number of ways to look at Article 5, which of course is the key part of NATO, the idea that one for all and all for one will come to each other's aid in the event of them being attacked?
Well, if this is already a message internally, what message does it send to potential enemies of NATO? Of course, this is a major discussion, and it's not a surprise, and it doesn't come for the first time. We only need to think back to the Munich Security Council, the conference in Munich in February, when J.D. Vance lectured the Europeans that they have moved so far away from what he considers to be Western values, and therefore they are not worth being defended. And if we then look at the tit for tat or the transactional thinking of the American administration, then there is a clear message that you only receive American security if you give something in return. So this is very different from what Article 5, an attack on one of us is an attack on all of us, full stop, practically means, and we simply live in different times of security.
Now, it's been pointed out that Volodymyr Zelensky will be at this summit. He attended the dinner on Tuesday, but he won't be in that key meeting of leaders taking place later today. It's also been suggested that is a way of showing that the US support is draining away from Ukraine. Do you expect this summit to be deflating for Zelensky?
Well, for Zelensky, it's very difficult. On the one hand, he sees that the Europeans are strongly committed to support him as far as they can support him. But for Trump, it's just another burden, and he wants to get rid of it. And when you look at the bigger picture, Russia allowed the United States to attack a partner of Russia in Iran. And one can expect that this is part of a bigger deal. So if Putin allows Trump to do what he thinks is important to do in the Middle East, in return, Trump will rather follow the Russian narrative and don't do much to help Zelensky or the Europeans to control the situation in Europe. So this is part of a bigger geopolitical shift, and it's not very promising for the future of NATO.
Ulrich, we thank you very much indeed for your analysis. Appreciate you coming on the News Hour. Ulrich Brueckner there from Berlin.